Welcome back to another video. We are in the Open Ultra League. Today we're going to try to make some dark types work. Here we got the Cresselia paired with the Obstagoon and the Alolan Muk. You can think of it as the ABB team. Let's see if we can make this team synergize well. Here we have a generally favorable matchup. Honestly, we have three things that are relatively good against this Dragon Breath Giratina. Because it knows Dragon Breath, it is going to be a little bit better against some of the stuff in the back. So we decided to just stay in. And here, it looks like they come in with their Cresselia. This is the classic Giratina Cresselia core. We're going to come in with our Alolan Muk, which pretty much walls it off. We're going to throw this Dark Pulse off. When we have it, it doesn't KO, so we can throw it pretty much whenever. Now, we're going to try our best to... Okay, wow. They actually have the Grass Knot Future Sight, so this is an even bigger win here. If they had the Moonblast, it would have possibly done neutral here. So we're going to let this go. Maybe we survive? Okay, we do survive it, so now they're going to have to either shield or take huge damage. Okay, they decided to let it go. But now they have the Registeel in the bag. So this is your really, really classic Giratina, Cresselia, Registeel, Open Ultra League team. Here, we did get farmed down, which is terrible. And it looks like we actually got the debuff, so this is not great. We're going to switch out to reset the debuff, but also to try to catch a move. They go for the Zap Cannon. Doesn't quite KO, but it also gets another debuff. So this Registeel has already registered 2 debuffs. And this farm down here is going to be kind of unfortunate. We're just going to do as much chip damage as possible, and they have a ton of energy. So we have to really, really be efficient here. We're going to throw the first Night Slash. They decide to shield it. Now, we know that they cannot stack 2 big charge moves back to back, so our whole idea here is to do as much damage as possible, shield the first one, and then... Wow, another debuff. This Registeel has registered an insane amount of debuffs, but luckily for us, the counters from the Obstagoon were enough. We made sure not to use a charge move, and we just pretty much used only fast moves to take it out at the end there. A little bit closer than we wanted at the end, but the Obstagoon did come in clutch. Here, it's kind of a neutral-ish matchup. This Gliscor is going to be able to get Night Slashes off, so it's all dependent on if they get the attack boost or maybe we get the attack debuff here. It could change the outcome. So far, none of us have gotten the boost, but they are going to be able to outpace us to these Night Slashes. Let's see if this next one is... Okay, I don't think it was boosted, so we're going to throw another Moonblast here. That Moonblast there was... not quite enough to take down this Open Ultra League Gliscor. And we're actually getting pretty lucky here that this Gliscor has not been getting any boost. We actually take it out, and then now we're just going to try and get to this Grass Knot. Our opponent throws the charge move right before we get to the Grass Knot. To force out another shield, we decide to go for the Grass Knot here. This Grass Knot would not KO, but it would do a huge amount of damage. So now we're just going to force them to use some energy. We're going to let this go. We did get a shield, which is one of the goals here. And then here they decide to switch out into the Poliwrath. Wow. So they really did not want to see Cresselia in the front. Or they really didn't want to see Cresselia in the back. So lucky for them, they saw Cresselia in the front. And here, it looks like this Poliwrath is running the counter variant of the Poliwrath. They go for the Ice Punch here. And our job is just to try to debuff this Poliwrath as much as possible. We do get a shield here. And it looks like they're going... Oh, okay. I thought they were going to farm us down. They do throw a move here. And we have to come in with our Obstagoon. We are able to do a lot of damage. But we weren't able to counter it down. So, unfortunately for us, this Swampert is going to win them the game. Throwing that Earthquake will take out the Obstagoon. So, man, the one Cresselia that we needed in the back ended up just being perfect spot for them in the front. That Gliscor was able to do enough to not allow that Cresselia to go crazy in the back. So Next, we have the Clefable. This Clefable versus this Cresselia. This Cresselia should be able to tank multiple of these charge moves. If we don't get the debuff, we should be okay. Obviously, our Obstagoon does not want to see this Clefable, so we're staying in. They decided to throw probably another Moonblast here. This Clefable actually threw a Meteor Mash, so I guess they were trying to just do some chip damage at this point. And our opponent is throwing right on CMP, so nice job by them. Well done. So now we come into this classic. They switch out, we switch out. They come in with their Walrein that is Shadow. It actually does some pretty good damage, to be honest. This Shadow Walrein has already done roughly half health. Now, at this point, we're thinking they probably are not going to shield this one. So we're just going to throw a nice slash here. Okay, they actually end up shielding that. Interesting. Just to get my last shield, and let's see what they have in the back here. We know that their Clefable is relatively low. Okay, they decided to come back in to do some chip damage with the Fairy Winds. This nice slash does not KO. Oh, geez. Open Ultra League Pelipper. That is actually really interesting. Unfortunately for us, we don't really have anything for this. Okay, and it looks like they are going to be throwing the Hurricane. This Hurricane does hurt. It doesn't quite KO on this first one, but they are going to be able to get to a Weather Ball really soon. This Weather Ball does look like it's going to KO, so a little bit unfortunate for us. The team in their backline, we couldn't handle. They actually ended up having double water in the back, so here we're going to decide to just switch up the lineup a little bit. We're trying to make an ABA Dart team this time. ABA Dart team, just because maybe the Cresselia in the back is a little bit more favorable. But of course, we have the Guzzlord in the front, and it kind of is out of order. So a little bit unfortunate right there. If we had the Cresselia in the front, we would have been a favorable matchup, and then this Charizard wouldn't have been able to counter our Cresselia. So we're just gonna do our best. We're gonna try to throw these Moonblast here just to do some chip damage. As a Cresselia that has all its moves resisted, we're actually doing decent damage with our own Psycho Cuts here. So they go for a Blast Burn here. It doesn't quite KO. We decided to go for the Moonblaster to get the last shield or take it out. Okay, they go for the shield. And now here we're going to try our best to catch a move onto this Muk, because this Muk is just useless versus the Guzzlord. And it looks like we did catch a Dragon Claw, which is nice. We're gonna have to just throw this Acid Spray as soon as possible and hope for the best that the Obstagoon in the back is going to be able to do something. So it looks like they are going to allow us to get to another Acid Spray. They know that it doesn't KO, but now they're double debuffed. Okay, we go into the Obstagoon and try to farm it down. They're going to throw these Dragon Claws at us. Oh, actually, they go for the Crunch to try to get a debuff? Okay. So, oh, wow. They actually end up having the Golisopod. And this Golisopod is going to be not doing super effective with the faster moves, but super effective X Scissors. Here, we're just going to throw Night Slashes. It is Stab. It does neutral damage. And then here they come back in with their Charizard. But we know that they don't have any energy. So we just risk it and we try to farm it down, which is exactly what we do. And then now, here, we're just going to immediately switch out and go into this Grass Knot, because we either wanted to force out energy or try to get this Grass Knot. In some way, somehow, we win that game right there. So GG's to our opponent. We had a 2-shield our Cresselia just to kind of wiggle our way out of that situation. So that was a tough little game. We actually somehow won. Can we make this last game work? Okay. This is better here than versus the Cresselia. So I guess this time the team swap or reorder did pay off a little bit. We are gonna have to tank this Zap Cannon that does debuff us. So at this point, we're just kind of trying to do as much damage as possible and try to farm down with the Obstagoon. Here, we're going to let it go. There was some merit to shielding it and potentially doing some more extra damage. But we decided to just let it go and try to have the good old Obstagoon Cresselia do his magic. Okay, they end up shielding, which prompts us to shield as well, which is interesting. We still don't know what they have in the back. Wow, they actually have the Poliwrath. They have the Poliwrath Giratina core. So we have a chance here, but we needed that debuff. So unfortunately, we did not get the debuff, and here we're just hoping they don't have Shadow Sneak, and unfortunately they do. Dragon Breath Giratina is actually running Shadow Sneak, so we were banking that they had no Shadow Sneak and only Ancient Power. So unfortunately, they did do the Shadow Sneak, and they were able to get to another Shadow Sneak. Here, we're just trying our best to farm as much as possible. Then we throw the Moon Blast. This Moon Blast will be able to take it out. But now we have to deal with this Poliwrath, which has energy to throw, and we do catch a move here. It ends up being the Scold, so they were trying to KO us right on CMP. And now, honestly, the only play we have is to try to get to as many cross chops as possible to try to take it out here. Because even though we have a move on the Cresselia, I'm pretty sure this Poliwrath is going to be able to win CMP, and they just do a great job farming down. And unfortunate for us, we do lose this last game, but honestly, this team is okay. Give it a try. Let us know if you enjoyed it, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.